So you guys just finished your semifinals run. I'm curious how you felt about that compared to your prelims run from yesterday.
I think it was better. We had some time yesterday in an indoor facility to kind of tighten some things up. Probably a little bit higher energy for us tonight. We went on kind of late Thursday after a long school day, so it felt good. We felt really great about it.
I'm curious, I think it's pretty safe to say we're going to see you again tonight. I'm curious of how you kind of look at the different performances from prelims to semis, having done this for so many years.
Sure. I think the kids naturally become more confident over the weekend. They're and like you would over the season, but even within this like little microcosm of the 3 days, each performance you can just see them standing a little bit taller, especially the young kids. And by that final performance, they're very, very confident.
About this program as a whole. Could you tell me a little bit about what the Carmel Bands program consists of?
Carmel High School has almost 600 students in the band program, and they're spread out over 6 concert bands. There are 4 jazz ensembles, there are 3 winter guards, there are percussion ensembles, chamber group opportunities. They play in the string, they play with the orchestra in 2 full orchestra wind sections. And so what we do is we do concert band year round. So anything that's happening with the marching band is happening before school or after school. No music of the marching band is ever rehearsed during the school day. The kids that are out on that field are rehearsing high-level concert band literature all year long. In fact, right in the middle of marching season, we do a full-blown concert with all 6 concert bands. And it's because of the fact that there's almost 600 students in the band program, and only 300 of them are choosing to do marching band. But we want to make sure that everyone who's involved is getting a great experience, trying to have a holistic program as much as we can. The marching band is not auditioned, and there are no alternates. So one of the things that we really love about the activity is that my least experienced player, a freshman who's still trying to figure out which button is first valve, is standing next to a kid who's probably one of the best in the country on that instrument. And they get to experience each other and learn from each other. And there's if you show up and you rehearse, you get to perform.
Curious of how much you kind of put on the student leaders to bring those students up, because there are a lot of young kids out there.
Right. The leadership, there's a leadership team in place. There's music, what we call our music techs or our music mentors that help with that. They're assigned to 5 or 6 young students that they work with. There's visual techs that are, as much in the same way as a staff member, are assigned to just kind of keep track of their kids. And if they're falling behind on something, they help them along in a very positive way.
So one of the most probably eye-opening things of the day of the event this weekend is the orchestra coming out, the full orchestra at the end of your show. Can you tell me what it was like how that idea come up, first of all?
That has been part of the plan almost from the start. And it was the brainchild of the design team, which is head up by Michael Townsend and all our visual people who do such a phenomenal job with that. And so the idea is we're telling a story about Valhalla, but we're also playing Mahler's Second Symphony. And so, it made perfect sense to us. So let's see if our string people would be interested. And our orchestra teachers have been just fabulous. We had 108 students out there as string players playing with us. I think there's probably 400 string players in the actual program, but we got 108 of them to volunteer. And they've been rehearsing on and off with our string teachers, and then the last 2 weeks we've been putting them together with us visually.
Yeah, I'm curious. So they're going to marching band rehearsal, and you're just maybe like early season staging almost? Is that what it was like to?
Essentially, yeah. We did it quickly. They're smart kids, so like all orchestra kids are. So they picked it up pretty quickly, and we tried to make sure that we weren't asking too much of their time, because the orchestra program, it's like the band program, is very, very busy and excellent. Yeah.
And what is their kind of experience like, showing up to Grand Nationals?
I think a lot of them have been, because they have friends that are in band, I think a lot of them have sat in the audience, but I think that their eyes open the first time we come through the tunnel and we go through the warm-up process and all the noise, and it can be, if you're not used to that, how to stay focused in that chaotic experience or the chaotic environment. But they've done great. They're pros.
Yeah, it's definitely not a concert hall.
No, but it's a different. I mean, I think it's a great way to just celebrate some different musicians.
Yeah, definitely. Make it a full picture at the end there.
Sure. And it's about our whole program, which is what I love about what we do at Carmel High School. There's great collaboration between our choir people and the band people and the orchestra people and the band people and our theater department. There's no feeling of we have to be better than them. It's just we're a big family that we're going to help each other out in our projects. So I love that about Carmel.
So I noticed, I saw you standing on the front sideline during the Melaphone, the feature. Obviously a pretty difficult part. They got some crazy intervals, some tough articulation in there, very exposed. You had your eyes closed, you were facing away from the field. What other moments I like that for you? And then, what do you think about between now and your finals performance?
The Melaphone feature itself, the call and response part, was the idea of our music arranger, and it's obviously a tightrope. It's razor thin. There's one group of mellows here, one group of mellows here, no percussive support whatsoever. Very, like you said, a very technical, challenging moment, but that also excels and also sets up the next moment. So there's a lot of responsibility on those kids. And so that's been a long process. They're great kids and they're super smart. Our French horn players are super smart. So they've been able to figure out how to do that. But obviously you want it to go perfect. So usually I just kind of stand a little bit still and just kind of listen and see how it went. And as far as what we would do tonight, there's not much at this point. We'll remind them of some things. It's a long season and there's a lot of reflex going on the field. That would just say, hey, remember this, try to feel this a little bit different. But really, it was a good run, so there's not a lot to tell them.